This is the Lockpicking Lawyer, and one of the most common questions I get is what picks do I carry every day? It's not a question I've answered before, and I think the answer will surprise quite a few of you, mostly because these aren't tools you see very often. But by using them, I've managed to pack a lot of capabilities into a fairly small package. This is what goes into my front left pocket every morning, but before I start taking things out, I want you all to know that nothing here is sponsored. I also don't want you to think that I'm saying anything here is necessarily the best there is. What I use tends to be a good compromise between size, cost, and usefulness. Okay, let's start with the leather organizer. It's from a company called Diodrio. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. It's not a company I've heard of before, at least not until I saw this on Amazon. But it does keep everything fairly organized, and because of that, I can actually carry more. Next, we'll look at the stuff that is completely unrelated to locks. First, I have a Fisher Space Pen. It stores in a fairly small package, but opens up into something that is very comfortable to use. Next, I have a lighter that's designed to fit into cigarette packages. I don't smoke, but I find myself using this fairly often. The next item is an Olight flashlight, and note you don't have to take it out of the organizer to use the light. Now there are a ton of AAA flashlights out there that would fit easily in here. I use this one because it's relatively inexpensive and because it has two light modes. There is low power, which the manufacturer says should last 16 hours, which would be great in an emergency. And then it also has a high power mode, which they say will last 20 minutes. And of course, a flashlight is only as good as the battery you use, so make sure you put some good ones in it. Okay, everything else is related to locks. First, I have a key holder that I also use to hold some bypass tools. Now, I like holders like this for one important reason, and that's because if you leave it out, people can't see the key bitting. In here, I also store 4 bypass tools. I'm going to take this out of frame and unfurl them so we can take a look. Okay, here we go. First, I have a hook that I bent from music wire. This is for slipping latches on doors that open outwards. Next, I have a Southern Specialties comb pick. This fits in a lot of very common padlocks. Then I have a bypass knife and a decoding shim. They're also from Southern Specialties, but modified by me. Okay, next we have a set of Wafer Jigglers. These are also from Southern Specialties. I find myself using these more than almost anything in this whole package. These are 25 thousandths of an inch thick, which is thinner than most jigglers out there. Most are 32 thousandths, which means these will fit in a lot more keyways. I also put them on a small keychain, which for me makes them a little bit easier to use. Okay, next we have a couple of bobby pins. These are great for improvising tools on the fly. And this one is usually a little bit tricky to get out, but there we go. All it is a thin piece of plastic, and this is for slipping latches on inward opening doors. Okay, we finally get to lock picks. This is a small set that I created by riveting together the 2 wave rakes and the 2 hooks from the Tool version 3 emergency card. Let me show you that card. Here it is. It's meant to be stored in your wallet and then broken apart when you need it in an emergency. I find these tools a little bit too small to use. At least they're not comfortable to use. They will work. However, when I put them together, I can unfold a tool and it makes it a lot easier to use in my opinion, either like that or like this. So these are 4 very useful profiles. We have the 2 wave rakes that you see me often using attached to full-size handles. Then we have a short and a medium hook. For turning tools, we have this set also from Southern Specialties. It seems like I have a lot of their stuff in here. This is the Longhorn lockpicking set. It's designed by the folks in the Longhorn Lockpicking Club in Austin. There are 3 different tool thicknesses. Then on each side of the tool, we have different widths. This is the fat side, and this is the skinny side. So you get a lot of capabilities in a small nested set. And I think that's up one more thing in here. This is a collar stay. I actually use this as a screwdriver. This works great on Phillips bits, and this works better on slotted bits. And if I need a little bit more leverage, I can slip it in here and use this to help me turn. Okay, that is definitely all there is now. I hope you enjoyed taking a peek into the lock tools I carry every day. If you do have any questions or comments about this, please put them below. If you like this video and would like to see more like it, please subscribe. And as always, have a nice day. Thank you.